Right, we are here at the Tasmanian Trotting Club for the Australian Drivers' Championships 2025. Great to be catching up with Wayne Hill, my first victim for the day. Hi, mate.
How are you?
Very good. Sam tells me you love an interview. You love having a good chat before a race meeting.
No, not really. I'm a little bit camera shy at times, but we'll see how we go.
I've done a deal with you. I'll only do two, maximum of two. One now and one if you win afterwards. Firstly, it must be a good thrill being here against 11 peers, best in each of the states, and I think it is. I think there's a great mix of up-and-coming drivers and a couple of the older ones. One on the other side of the camera, maybe the eldest in the competition, but it must be great to be here and be invited.
Yeah, it's always great to go on these sort of trips. I've been lucky enough to sort of go on the last sort of maybe 4 or 5. Obviously, normally it's in Adelaide or Tasmania, but I've been lucky enough to be selected the last few, and it's always good to meet new people and also catch up some people from interstate, which sort of don't see all that regularly as well.
When you live in a bubble, I suppose sometimes when you just train and drive horses, you think it's a bit of a junket for people, but they're a lot more than that, aren't they? Like you meet sponsors, you meet the club officials, you build relationships, and then you are also an ambassador for the sport, for your state, but also for the sport.
Yeah, it's awesome to obviously represent the state, and even all the drivers you meet as well, but like the trainers as well when you sort of go into the state as well. It can lead to sort of opportunities in the future also.
Yeah, you don't mind driving. You don't mind driving to drive. For a South Australian, you cover a lot of miles. You only have 3 tracks, and or I suppose Mount Gambier 4. I'll get into trouble because I look after the boys down there. But you travel to Mildura. You're happy to travel interstate when you can.
Yeah, look, I'll sort of probably drive in most races back at home in South Australia. We're sort of doing 2 to 3 meetings per week, so I drive most races there, and normally Mildura is a weekly thing, and I sort of normally get a drive in sort of most races over there, so probably driving sort of 3 to 4 times a week, but yeah, a lot of Ks, and also sort of working a lot of horses as well during the week, so sort of taking up a fair bit of my week, sort of harness racing and the driving side of things, but yeah, I enjoy it, and I enjoy the success as well, so I've had a pretty good year, so it all sort of pays dividends.
Saw a thing on Facebook, Piranha TV. I'll get into trouble. I'm not sure exactly. Media. Yep. Thank you. They did a thing with you and Sam the other day on your property. It looks a lovely property. Without working horses before knowing how many, there must be a little bit of upkeep. Who's the gardener?
No, definitely not me. Normally Sam does a little bit, and also got a fellow that comes out and looks after the place as well a couple of times a week. But yeah, it's 80 acres in the Adelaide Hills, so yeah, there is definitely a bit of upkeep involved. But we sort of try to do our best. Sort of normally Sam's got about 20 there, and I try to get up there in the afternoons 2 or 3 times a week. I work for Aaron and Peter Bain as well in the morning, so yeah, normally sort of head up there 2 or 3 times a week and try to give her a bit of hand with a few things. But I'm not a great handyman, so I'm not too much for help, I don't think.
Must be a morning person though. You're putting in the yards.
You got to get up early, don't you? So sort of normally up around sort of 6, and if there's not a trot meeting that night, sort of probably normally home around sort of 6 or 7 o'clock as well. So it's a pretty long day.
Unfortunately, I actually follow Sam on Facebook. I was lucky enough to do a couple of interviews with her a couple of years ago, and one thing I do like you guys do, you actually get away as well, which I think is very important. Is it important for you guys to step aside from time to time?
We're actually just talking about that on the cab ride here. We haven't had a holiday this year, and we're just talking about it. Shannon was saying he just went on a cruise, and Danny is about to take a couple of weeks off from driving herself and go on a wee bit of a holiday. So yeah, sort of provoked sort of me and Sam to maybe think about having maybe a week off. In the early next year maybe.
It is important though, I think, isn't it, for your mental well-being above everything else? Yeah,
look, definitely. We're saying that every time we do go away, we always say we should go away a little bit more often. Then you get back home and you get in the routine of things again, and sort of the days and weeks sort of just roll on, and the months, and before you know it, sort of nearly the end of the year, you haven't done much. But time goes real quick when you're super busy. But yeah, we have to try and make a bit more of an effort.
Dirty hamster wheel. round and round and round. No good for anything, Sam. You'll be right. You're going to get a holiday now. Don't you worry about that. I'll sort of that. Last night, feature racing, Inglobe Derby. You come up with a double, but from afar, it must be great the way harness racing is tracking in South Australia compared to what it was a few years ago. It's very positive in the state. And last night, like a lot of those Southern Cross horses are trained. I know Emma Stewart, you drove one for Emma. They had a couple there, but they're owned in South Australia. And I think Sean McNulty went across, but it's not easy pickings. He didn't actually was able to get the chockies there. So the competition's better, but also just the field sizes last night must have been great for a South Australian, proud South Australian.
Yeah, we had 11 races last night, and they were all good quality races. I think about sort of 8 were sort of Southern Cross involved races, and they were racing with decent prize money as well. When you got to be a reasonable horse to win one of those races as well. They're not easy to win, but I was lucky enough. Peter Bain bred that Hilltop Blossom, which he sent over to Emma Stewart about sort of 8 to 10 weeks ago now, and she competed in the Vic Bred and come over the Southern Cross, and she was good enough to lead and win in a heat, and good enough she drew good last night. She 11 barrier 1 and was good enough to win the final last night. And also Coco Mia won the 4-year-old Southern Cross mares for Tyson Linky. So she's been very good to me as well, Coco Mia. But it was a good program, and running some pretty quick times, and we're not going too bad over in SA. We're sort of, things are looking up a little bit, and prize money's pretty good, so it's good to see.
A little bit like here, the participants are very positive. Is that fair from afar? Like, that's what it looks like anyway to me.
Yeah, definitely. Tasmania's going quite good as well. You can sort of see the state money that's on offer tonight. It's quite reasonable. Anyone would be happy to race from that sort of money for sure.
All right, tough question. Can you win today?
Don't think so.
It's a very negative answer.
Just being honest. But look, I'll probably need a fair bit of luck, I think. I got probably maybe one legitimate winning chance. I think I've only got sort of the 4 drives as well out of the 6 races. So, look, I'd be a little bit surprised if I did win, put it that way.
Enjoy the Tasmanian hospitality then. That means we'll be able to sit up there, and good feed. I've already seen the spread up there. It already looks really, really well, so they're going to look after you, that's for sure. Wayne, thank you. Thanks for taking part in this, and thanks for giving me a little bit of time. Look forward to catching up to you again, hopefully. I am interviewing you later on in the day. That'll be all right.
Crossed. Yeah, that'll be good.
And Sam gets one holiday anyway, here a day out in Tassie.
Yeah, exactly right.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.